Yo, yo, yo. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's go. Live on Instagram. That's going to want to work. Glitch, Ashlyn, Orkin, Hawkey, Orkin, Splashy. Great to have you. Let's see if this wants to work today. Fingers crossed, everyone. Let's get it going. How are we all doing? Glitch going well, my friend. How you doing? Coral out of water. What's going on? Eric Animates. I do these every Monday or Sunday, depending on where you are at. 10:30 a.m. Australian Central Standard Time? I think it is now. Yeah, Australian Central Standard Time. Diego, hello from Brazil. How we doing? Julia, great to have you. Glitch, ready to learn. First time I've ever said that. Whoa. Me too. I'm ready to learn. What's going on? Shark NVSBL. Anya Kopon, hello. Musk Dear Yogi, welcome. Xenia, hello. How we doing? Ashlyn, the man, the myth, the myth, the Evelyn. Very good. Coming in hot, Ashlyn. I like it. Okay. So, what have we got here? So, pretty standard start. Happy Heart, hello from the American Southwest. Hello. Sally, hello from Egypt. E-Animation, it's 10:30 a.m. Kokiawa, hello from Indonesia. Bloody hell, it's like the United Nations over here. We've got everyone. Gerardo, welcome. Carissa, great to have you. Orkin, what's on the menu? Fantastic question. So, pretty standard. I want to do some, just some shape explorations to warm up. Then, I'd like to do some more figurative stuff. Some more like character-driven stuff, whether it be like even expressions or some more figure poses or something like that. I want to get a bit of reference maybe. We can go through Pinterest and have a play around with that. Next week I've got a plan because I can't say anything until next week. But next week there will be a focused intention for a couple of streams, which will be fun, I reckon. E-Animation Concepts, basically working on my animation right now and got the notification that you're live. Fantastic. Well, bloody great to have you. Ray, art study fun times, that's it. Candice, great to have you. Artistic, welcome back, my friend. Mr. Worldwide, you know it. Mute, welcome. Sketchy Guy Nevada. I thought it was going to be an iPad commercial and got worried. Oh, man. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be upgrading to that iPad anytime soon. All right, let's have a play, shall we? How's our jankiness going with the technology? I mean, it's feeling actually pretty janky, if I'm honest. What happened there? At the very least, I can. No, we're shit's going weird. So we know what we got to do. We got to close. If it goes really bad, we've got to close the old Pinterest. I think, like, close one of the tabs. So yeah, I'm using Firefox. Yep. All right. I think I'm going to grab some reference from Pinterest. Close. I might go this Frosties one. This looks fun. Just to dick around with it. Yeah, no, we're lagging like mother lovers. All right, Pinterest, ta-ta for now. Let's see if that helps at all. It does. Look, just one. Maybe it's actually just Pinterest. Maybe there's something running in the background and they're just like, their web app's just fucked or something. Oh, I got no idea. Who knows? But I reckon, excuse me, we'll just have some fun. Maybe we'll I like this one. I'm gonna play around with this idea. We're going to put some different shadows on it and just have a play, but this, from a local color perspective, I reckon we'll have some fun with this. I'm using Photoshop. The Apple Pencil Pro does look fantastic. That's for sure. You're not wrong there. Do other paint pictures you take on vacation? I've got to take a vacation first to paint pictures on vacation. But I've got one coming up at the end of the year, which I will be, definitely. We're lagging up mother lovers. It's funny because it's Mother's Day. Yeah, it was Mother's Day yesterday for us. But yeah, it's today for you guys. Ah, very well put. All right. Enough bloody chin wagging. Let's get cracking with it, shall we? So, background. What are we thinking? I reckon whipping a little bit of blue in there to start off with. Won't go astray. Hello? No, that didn't work. Hold on. Yep. But let's actually get it within the rectangle this time. Bam. Now I'm going to pop the colors. Like usual, you know. The Apple Pencil looks the same. Yes. I don't care what, like, I kind of care what stuff looks like, but what I don't understand, right? There's all these tech companies, they're trying to get like thinner and like the lightest like tablet and the lightest pencil. And it's like, I could give two shits about the heaviness of stuff. Don't worry about that. Make it heavier for all I care. Just make it better. Like for the actual job that it's meant to do. I do not care. Give me a bloody, I don't know, make it 3 times as heavy. I do not care. Alright, so I'm just throwing some, just some random old sky shapes in here. We might whip some clouds in there after, who knows. The heavier, the more premium feels. That's what I'm saying. That's what I don't understand. Oh, can I make the sketch a little bigger, please? Of course I can. Thank you for asking so kindly. There we go. Let's get my head out the way. You don't need to see that. No one needs to see that. All right. So, okay, cool. Instagram, because OBS is lagged, they've still got Pinterest up on the correct image. So, good stuff. Okay, introducing the brand new weighted tablet pen. Yeah, of course. Like I would get that. I would buy that. I don't see why that they're trying to just make everything so bloody light, because it makes it almost feel flimsy. Like I don't want, like they said, like the iPad's thinner, like the thinnest it's ever been. I'm like, who gives a shit? Who asked for that? Do they do like customer? I mean, there's a lot of smart people working there, mind you. So who am I? I'm just some rando, but. Still, I would be curious to know their like, what's the word, like, their customer research plan. Like, bang, top of the list, let's put all our resources into making the thing as thin as bloody possible. I don't get it. I don't get it personally, but that's okay, that's just me. I'm not buying the thing, so who cares? But Apple, if you're looking for a sponsor ship thing, I love it. The thinness is perfect. Who came up with that idea? Phenomenal. Alright, so I'm just doing a bit of foreground work here. We can even put the character in here. We've got a lady walking in front. You know what I want? I want a 27-inch iPad Pro. Even a maybe like a 20-inch iPad Pro. Like, that's where it's at. A very niche need for that. Because then it's like, okay, where does the computer and the tablet begin and end at that point for like the general population? But okay, so let's get in front of this bloody shape that we've got here. It's a little bit garish. It's a little bit whoa. That's all right. I'm just going to put the footpath in. It's weird that the Pro is thinner than the Air now. That's what I'm saying. It is odd. Where's our girthy pencil in your knee, Ashley? Fucking hell. Chris. How you doing, my friend? Welcome. I'm being get sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. I mean, that could be fun just from like, okay, let's draw some stuff from there. Like, I don't know. I'm not trying to talk myself out of a job here or like any future things, but my goal is like any sponsorship stuff is my own stuff. Ideally, you know, ideally I'm going to be making stuff that's useful to people or that people want. And it's just full my responsibility. You know, if it's good stuff, it's good stuff. Whatever I'm putting out. And that's what the sponsorships will be. I sponsor myself. Unless there's a good fit. So I'm open to that as well, but... Alright, this is really wonky. So unless I've got a bit of attitude, you know. So, excuse me. My voice is a little bit hoarse because went to the footy with mum, dad and my sister yesterday. The Crows and what was it Brisbane? They're not the Lions anymore, are they? Or they are the Lions. I don't know. I don't really follow football too much. But I went to a game. Bloody good fun. Good fun. There's something that just like flips a switch in me. Where you get all yelly and screamy. But no, it was a draw. Twas a draw, which is the second best from winning, so that's a positive. But no, it was good fun. Hanging out with mum, dad and Courtney. Don't go out too often, so it was a beautiful night as well. Let's have a look. Ramon, welcome. I find it kind of funny that Ben went from wanting a 17-inch to a 20-inch. No, it was 27, Ashland. That's where the that unfortunate that unfortunate I can't remember what it was, but it made me giggle. How I was like, Wacom, flip, whip that 27-inch my way. And yeah, that will be clipped, I'm sure. But legit, Wacom, I'm here for it. Animal studies. Yeah, Ashton, you know what? You've asked for it politely for the last few streams. Let's introduce an animal into one of our studies, and let's see how badly I fail at it, because I'm not used to doing it. But it's good to kind of challenge yourself. Now we've got to pick what animal. What animal are we doing? It is looking a bit like a barn at the moment, but I think that was kind of the vibe that they were going for. So that's okay. SRJ. SRJ. Welcome. Already has been for the compilation. Yeah, I remember you saying you're going to do that. Oh, God. That's all right. So just whipping in some shapes, you know, just having some fun. It's wonky, which is great, so we don't have to be perfect with it. Don't have to worry about getting everything all just hunky-dory and right in the correct spot. Can have some fun with the shadows in this, with these trees as well. I'm looking forward to that. It's looking kind of not great at the moment, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Sally, what is the type of this art? Oh, I guess you'd say stylized. Glitch. I'm not sure what animal you'd like me to do. Please be clearer. I'm the casual. Glad to see you doing environments today. I have an environment I have to draw in 1 week right now. Any tips for painting an environmental mood piece? Fast but effective. Do it small. Do it thumbnail-y. And whip some filters and color variations and play with the hue and saturation sliders on different ones and have them sit next to each other. Start small first before you do the full one. That would be my best advice for getting it done quickly and saving yourself a ton of time. What on earth is this music? It's very odd. Okay, let's... Let's get these lines in here. Let's change the hue of these because I don't want them to be perfectly. And then we can add some texture to the barn slash whatever this is. Let's save ourselves some time. Let's do the line tool and let's make it pixels. Bam, shabam. Yeah, we don't have to be perfect, that's fine. Cool. Now let's actually do a little line, like a smaller line. Just across here. Or do I save that to... it's fine, that gives us a bit of indication of something. Let's add the windows. Now I like doing these because it's kind of like a magic trick. Like when it starts to work, it's like, oh shit. It's like fun for me as well because I don't know what it's going to look like until it starts to look like what it's going to look like. If you know what I'm saying. Could be a cyborg animal. Give a cat a little robot arm. Monkey's too human, I reckon. Zach a frog. I wonder if Glitch wants him to draw a monkey. I don't know. Carissa a pangolin. Oh, what are those things? Pangolin. We'll have to do some Googling. Is this house doing the cha-cha slide? It is. It really is. I was thinking that. Not the cha-cha slide, but that's a good way to put it. It's almost like, hey. Thumbboy. I have to check out Thumbboy's animal drawings. On the casual, no worries. Yeah, it's because I had the same issue. Because I was trying to get something done within a reasonable amount of time. I think it was, you could even go back quite a few streams where I did, let me just open it up for you quickly. Actually, I have to do this off screen because there could be some confidential information. This one. It's going to take quite a little bit to load because it's a larger file, so we'll just keep, oh no, we can't keep working. So we'll just wait here. Wait for this, come on. You can do it. But yeah, starting small with thumbnails and stuff. Game changer. How about the animal that loves taking pictures with humans? Forgot their name, can search up. Happiest animal on earth or that loves taking the pictures? Oh, capybara, yeah, they're cool. They got that little buck tooth. And they're just like super happy all the time. Scruffsy, welcome. How you doing? Can a snake be a robot? It has no bones, right? Yeah, but it could be like interlocking things, like little mechanical interlocking things. That could be cool. Oh, good idea, Ashlyn. I like that. Potential pet text channel. Yeah, so this one here, right? I did a bunch. Oh, it would have been better if I actually opened up where we did all the ideation. So I actually did this on stream with everyone. Where did we do? I can't find it. I don't want to just be searching my stuff. But if you look for this, like thumbnail, you'll be able to see. So this is the final one, but we did a bunch of like little like thumbnail sketches and different. I believe it was either Super or Duncan. I think it might have been Duncan. Chalkboard art, I think his avatar was using different layer modes to iterate fast. Oh, actually, I don't know. Have I showed you guys this when it actually came in, like how it turned out? I'll show you quickly, I think. I don't know. Because it actually got in the character design quarterly. So here. Bam. Whoop. And then let me. And then yeah, there's like a full. Actually, there might be thumbnail things in the real thing. Did I put those in there? Yeah, here we go. So like all different. Let's go the large version full. So you can see like all different little iterations of the background and stuff. Super loose, like it's super loose in there. It's nothing super fancy, but that was just good to get the idea down. And then you go and like refine, blah blah blah. But it's just a good little blueprint. Excuse me. to get it going, you know. Character design 3-word challenge, season 1, episode 3. You bloody legend, Ashlyn. Thank you very much. So let's get back to where we're going. Glitch. It's already out. It's already out. What number is it? 26. Number 26, character design quarterly. Rachel, no, this is character design quarterly. It's not my book. Not my book. Ah, it's a quokka. That's right. The animal name is a quokka. Yep, you're right. Dharmic. No, not a CDQ leak. No, this is a lack of leak from when it actually got released. So that's the shit. Shit thing from me that because it was right in the middle of a lot of other stuff going on. Oh, of course I'm the casual. Dharmic, hi Ben, how are you? I'm well. In the current situation, how do you deal with AI art? Do we want to go down this conversational route? I've said it so many times. I think people might be sick of me saying it. But basically, in a nutshell, for me personally, I'm not playing the same game as AI, right? I'm not trying to compete with it. I'm not particularly interested in it itself, because I don't know if you've actually played around with it at all. If you generate some stuff, you're like, oh, cool. And now what? You know? And for me, I'm trying to, I view the AI art stuff as more of an opportunity than a risk, because there is going to, over the coming years, be a massive influx of AI generated stuff, right? Which creates a fantastic opportunity for people like myself or anyone that's looking to share their art online to show more of themselves in their artwork. You know, this was done by a person. This is my experiences with it. This is the reasons why I did this. This is what I found cool. Different ways of editing the content, the videos, the everything, you know. So it actually makes it in the sea of the same sort of stuff. You could potentially stand out. So I don't know if that's the sort of standard way of thinking about it, because I know a lot of people are sort of freaking out about it a little bit, but I personally think it's an opportunity. When everyone's going one way, there's oftentimes opportunity looking at things the other way and finding the benefits, you know what I mean? The advantages. That's where I'm at with it. Oh, Adam, you're too kind. Happy Monday. Oh, Orkin, you were there. Sick. Glitch. No. Mine's coming July. So there will be a thing around that. I'll be posting about that, that's for sure. Don't you worry. So now, just getting back on with this one. So having some fun with the multiply tool. Not the multiply tool. Who even am I? The multiply layer mode on this layer, whipping in some shadows. Right, and this is where everything just starts to come to life. It's just like there's dimension. Hopefully. Right, there's quite a bit more context of where everything's sitting. And it's blue. So I did it blue because the blue sky, that's going to be where the shadows are. That's the thing that's going to be lighting the shadows, etc., etc. Rachel, so I have a question. How important is it for an artist to have a style? And is an artist's style heavily associated with their brand? Is their style heavily associated with their brand? I believe so. I think it's important. I think there's a danger there to be like, I have to have a style first before making something or putting myself out there or being confident in the stuff that I put out. I don't believe in that. I believe big time in developing a style in public. Like experimenting and almost evolving in front of everyone, if that makes sense. At least that's what I've been doing. I can only talk from my experience, but figuring out how to sort of show the process of how your style came to be, you know. I think there's a huge benefit in that, because there's a real risk of like, oh, this looks too much like someone else's, or this is not quote unquote good enough, or blah blah blah. And that's just a way of procrastinating, I think, of like putting stuff. Not saying that you're doing that, Rachel. Not saying that you're doing that, but I think it's a lot more interesting to show like an evolution of your stuff over time and not like sort of hide it. Because I've felt those things in the past as well. That's mainly the reason why I'm mentioning that, you know. Now let's put some context here, because I'm still finding my style isn't done. It's not baked. It's not like, yep, cool, done. I can like not worry about, like, I'm always evolving stuff, you know. I mean, I started doing this on stream, the little house studies and the little environment things, because I wanted to get better at figuring that stuff out, you know. So it's all an evolution. It's all fun figuring things out. Building in public is another way, or what it's called, I guess, in the tech world where I come from. Building your product in public and getting people along for the ride while you're still figuring stuff out. I think that's very interesting, because I like that kind of stuff. I like watching that kind of thing, so kind of made sense. Alright, so just whipping some, just blocking in some of the old foliage. Sebastian, how long did it take you to get used to your drawing tablet? Oh, I don't know. I'd just be pulling a number out my ass. I don't know if I could give you an exact time frame. Oh, it takes you a little while, maybe like a week or a couple of weeks to get used to it. It's just matter of repetition and putting in the. That's where mileage makes sense, more so of just like, all right, cool, just draw a lot with the tablet, just to get the hand-eye coordination, you know. Man, I was going to actually have my partner help me out with chat because I stop and start. I reckon that that was a mistake to say not this stream, because I'm I'm backlogged. Hold on, give me a sec. Ben, you need to clip your old streams about your views on AI for a video link to new viewers. Very good point, Ashlyn. 100%. Oh, look, Ashlyn, if you have nothing better to do, which I guarantee you do, but if you happen to want to do that, that'd be amazing. Sketchy, how we doing? I'm the casual. Exactly. Satisfaction is gained from learning the skill. Oh, 1000%. I just love learning new shit, basically. That's like the basis of everything that I'm putting out. Hey, I'm trying to learn this thing. Here it is. Hope you enjoy, you know. Bullwinkle Fengzu has a great video about what AI cannot do. I saw the thumbnail and title for that. I haven't watched it yet, but very good. I'll have to check it out. Hi from Mexico. How you doing, Eric? I just got the plugin from Photoshop, but I can't see the hue bar. How can I fix it? I'm oftentimes closing it or reopening it or resizing it. Francis, my co-creator of the Filthy plugin is coming over tomorrow, and we're going to hopefully knock out a bunch of the issues that it's having. So there'll be an update coming very soon. Elsie Arts, welcome. All right, let me just keep going here. And so the argument I have with AI is that you cannot explain the decisions that AI made, and it's detrimental because you cannot argue for the choices the AI made. Yeah, I mean, there's that argument. I'm just not even that concerned about it personally. It's like, cool, if you can explain it, you can't explain it. Whatever. Like, I don't know. It's sort of like it's doing its thing over there. Let's focus on what's gonna be helping us, you know? But hopefully what I said makes sense. Navda, welcome. Sketchy, also others will be able to identify your style much better than you will. I remember Cynics talked about how he was surprised by how so many people found his style super unique. I find that as well. Because I know my influences. I know who I'm stealing from. I know who I've like taken this little bit from. I've taken this little bit from. I do my ears because of X. I do the style of bits and pieces because of Y. I do the colors because of this other artist. But yeah. I like sharing your influences your influences as well. I think is, I don't know, I like to do that. Some people like to keep it under lock and key. I don't understand that personally, but you inevitably, that's right, Sketchy, at least this is all my opinion as well. So whatever I'm saying, take it with a grain of salt, big grain of salt, a rock of salt, a boulder of salt, right? Just like with anyone. It's just coming from their experience. There's no right or wrong with any of this stuff. But you will inevitably create your own style based on the influences that you take. Like figure out what makes you like feel something and it's like, yeah, that's cool as shit. How do they do that? And then take what you liked from that, do it in your own way, and then take a little bit from that person and do it in your own way, and take something from something completely different. It might be sculpture, architecture, animation, like color grading on a movie that you like, you know, and then you're inevitably going to start doing stuff that you think looks cool from all your influences, and then you'll get a style, you know. Yukio Tatsuki, have the Plain Janes restocked yet, or will they not be produced anymore? They will be produced ongoing for the rest of forever, but in batches, and when I can actually get to them. It's going to be hard to see, but I've got some restocked. There's also going to be special edition painted ones coming soon, which is going to be good. So yes, they will definitely be restocked. Learn in public is a good or bad, and how to show your art in a good way to other people. Oh, that's a good. I think it's good, learning in public. Like there's, I mean, that's kind of how I've built everything I've built so far. I think it's a fantastic idea, and it's fun because you know why? People will start commenting and helping you out. They're like, oh, you should see this artist. Oh, check out this artist, you know? They did it this way, they did it that way. I feel like it expedites the whole learning process when you do a bit of the old learning in public. And what was the second part to that? And how do you show your art in a good way to other people? That's going to be up to you. However you want to show it, whatever's comfortable to you. And also you don't have to show it. You choose. You know? Again, there's no right and wrong, which is a fucking annoying thing to say. I know. But that is just going to be up to you. Whatever your style or preference is when it comes to sharing your stuff. Take reference, just like with art, from others. I've done that. I got inspiration from, since I've been doing more traditional stuff, Andrew Kadima. I think that's how you say his name. With his his painting and editing style in particular with his reels and shorts. It was like really engaging. So I'm like, hell yeah, I'm going to do my own version of that. I liked how he cut at a certain point. I liked how he zoomed in for a little bit and then stops, and then he zooms in again a little bit and stops. So something's always moving in the scene. That kind of stuff. The referencing and learning from others doesn't just begin and end with art or the drawing itself, you know. Okay, just throwing in. I'm noodling. That's all right. Also, tomorrow, I will mention it now. Let me throw the link in. I'm going to be on Patrick Jones's podcast live stream. Let me just get Patrick Jones. So I will be here tomorrow, similar time. I think it's 4 p.m. PST. So that's going to be fun. So Patrick Jones, if you haven't seen him, I mean, come on. But for phenomenal artist, like huge inspiration, like just absolutely amazing stuff. You know, so we'll be having a chat tomorrow, which will be good fun. It's 6:42 PST right now. Legend. Appreciate your thumb guns. Thanks for popping in. Okay, let's wrap this up, shall we? So let's get some. Also, for anyone that's interested that hasn't heard me talk about this kind of more, I don't know, graphic-y kind of, I don't know what you'd call like a, what is it called? Graphic not minimalism, whatever. This kind of vibe sort of stuff, check out, oh fuck, what's his name? Someone give me the guy's name that I'm thinking about. You know who? He's worked on like Into the Spider-Verse and all that good stuff. And I always get his name wrong. Well, I actually haven't heard his name spoken. So he made the book Graphic LA, which is like a massive inspiration. Activate mind reading powers. That's it. Oh, Rachel, that's fantastic. Yeah, I mean, I procrastinate as well. It happens. Navda, I've been facing a major art block and I get anxious every time I sit to draw or animate. Scared about how it's going to turn out. Any advice on how I can get over this fear and practice more efficiently? Know that will happen. Know that happens almost every time that I sit down. That most artists that happens to. It's you've got to get acquainted with that feeling. And regardless of that happening, what's the next step you can take? Open the program. The next step that you can take after that, get 3 pieces of reference. The next step after that, do a thumbnail sketch. The next step, and just sort of get yourself into the flow. It's just getting past that little, like, oh no, how's it gonna look? How's it gonna look? And know that you can iterate. Keep iterating. If it's not looking right, change it. It's not set in stone, you know. Rejan, I actually thought you were using display screen. I find graphic tablets to be so hard. Yeah, it's just a practice thing. Do you have any favorite art YouTubers you love to watch? Art YouTubers. I like the standards, you know, like I like Proco, Slew, Christian, shout out, Christian Nee. Who else? Who else? Who else? I like Ergo Josh. I like Cynics. I like have you guys? It's not like quote unquote art, but I think it is. Van Neistat. I love that guy's videos. There's just a certain vibe to him that I really, really like. All right, now we're just framing the side of the building. Yeah, it looks like it's just got like terrible architectural integrity and someone's just leaned on it. Bullwinkle, what you're saying is exactly what AI does, taking bits from everywhere. Yeah, and that's cool. And it has a distinct style. Yeah. I don't disagree with that. Of course you draw something that has the word coffee in it. Andio, you're here now? Thank goodness. Thank goodness. I was waiting for that. How you doing, my friend? My pleasure, Eric. Thank you for the kind words. Rachel, you're learning more about branding, and there is caution about drastically changing the content that doesn't align with the brand. Maybe truth, or maybe they want people to buy their services. Who are these services? What are these services? Because if your brand, right, it depends what your quote unquote brand is. If your brand is learning new stuff and figuring out along the way, which is kind of like inadvertently, that's what I like to do, and I guess you could call it a quote unquote brand, then you trying new stuff and sharing the process is part of the brand. You know? I mean, you could get pretty meta with that sort of shit. But I guess there's... But also, say if I then... But from the extreme example, if I decided to do woodworking tutorials on my YouTube channel, I would not expect that to do very well, because there is kind of like an expectation in a way. I think it's all about... A lot of it is about setting expectations with your audience. You almost sign like an invisible contract with your audience, whether you realize it or not, with like what kind of stuff they can expect from you, you know? Which is why when I'm going to start doing more sculpture and sculpting and 3D stuff and traditional painting, which is why I haven't just swapped completely to that. And I won't swap because I'm doing everything, but I'll incorporate bits of, say, sculpting and digital. I might do like a character concept, but then I'll go and traditionally sculpt it within the same video. So it kind of meshes in a little bit with the I don't know, I've run out of steam with that sentence. Hopefully that makes sense. Mike, set them low and coast like a turtle. What's this? Marco Bucci, yeah, Marco Bucci's fantastic. G Noble, going well, my friend. How you doing? Patrick O'Keefe, potentially. No, it's oh, let me just quickly. It's gonna do my head in. Hold on. Graphic LA. Rob Rappel. Rappel, either or. The guy that wrote this book. Absolutely phenomenal. It just makes me happy looking at this stuff. Right? Like this is just beautiful. So then I'm gonna take a bit of that, learn from it, and spit it out in my own way. Rachel, part of values and themes, some content won't fit by yeah, thumb guns. I agree, and it's an experiment. It's an ever-changing, evolving thing. It's not gonna be set in stone. Bullwinkle, based on your wonky coffee shop, I would not watch your woodworking tutorials, and that is completely fair. Neither would I, unless you wanted to be entertained by it just structurally failing. Prashan, what's going on? Welcome. But you're gonna have to name all the artists, otherwise you're gonna get shade. I know all the artists. I love them all, except the ones that I don't. Let's have a look. But yeah, I like grabbing inspiration, even like from videos and stuff, from different industries. Like I said before, Van Neistat, love his stuff. It's just cool as shit. Like he did an essay on like screws, just like the types of screws that you use in a workshop. And like Tom Sachs, like he worked for him for a good long while. And it's, yeah, just that kind of vibe, particularly now because I've got like a little workshop going in the garage, which I reckon I'll show you guys later on. Like a little production workshop sort of thing. It's, yeah. The way I want to see my stuff in the future is kind of like, if you think like Adam Savage's Tested, but my version of that with art and drawing and painting and sculpting and blah, blah, blah. That kind of vibe, you know? That's kind of what I'm going for. In the future, that's like what I've got in mind. I haven't executed that yet, but that's what I'll be experimenting with. All right, we're slowly getting somewhere. It's like a bloody magic trick. It just starts to slowly come together. And once you get more things in place, then you can see what's working, what's not. Oh. Draw with modern Procreate. Oh, man. Elena Kroshilina also has this sort of an aesthetic. Love her work. I have to check her out. I want to try and do this stuff in traditional as well. Oh, Rachel, glad I could have been of some help. Because I'm trying to figure it out as well. I don't know the answers. It's all an iterative game. Just got to figure out how to keep doing this. And like the business side of stuff, so I can keep making the things that are fun to make. And that's the core of it, really. Now, is this going to be under the multiply layer? Yes, keep that shadow. Glitch, do you ever plan on colouring your art similar to your Spider-Punk drawing or just from the Spider-Verse movies? A messy art style is so nice, but somewhat hard to do well. Yes. Yeah, I want to do more of that stuff. It does take a long time, at least for me, it takes a long time to make it look like messy, effortless kind of vibe to it. It's kind of annoying in a way. But doing more of this kind of stuff, like, let's zoom in and I can figure out how to. No, definitely not the right font, but it's whatever. It is what it is. And have we got this on? Ah, I did it on the wrong layer. Every time. Devi, welcome. I've been noodling on I've been noodling on a piece since January and losing my mind obsessing over perfecting it. Feels weird scrapping it after so long, but after following your course, I moved on. Finally finished a piece now and it feels so good. Thanks for the tips. Ah, that's awesome to hear. That's wicked. Yeah, getting stuff done is better than getting, like you've heard it before, it's like done is better than perfect, or it is. It really is, because then it frees up time for the next project and you learn a lot more from just finishing something, I think at least. I'm just going to do that and then I'm going to cut the O out. Damn it, it's too small. But you know what, we're going to use the transform tool and we're going to dick around with it. I'm spending too long on this O. That'll do. S. Frost. Frosty. Apostrophe. S. And then we delete the O. No. No. And then we utilize our tools. That'll do. But then there's a little bit of that shadow, so we could even just use the drop shadow. Just even for speed and brevity. Okay. Frosty. Freezies. There you go. Where do you find artists to learn from? Honestly, like just everywhere, like Pinterest, Instagram. When I save something on Instagram, I make a note to actually go back and look at my saves, you know? Because I'm pretty sure I might be like a lot of people. I save a whole bunch of stuff, but then I never actually go back and look at it. So going back, following that person, going back through all their content, is there any little bits and pieces that I can sort of glean from, like even sculptors, like there's some some Spanish sculptors that I've been following. I have no idea what they're saying, but I'll like go into the comments and I'll do like the translate button when they ask like, oh, what clay is that? Or what solvent do you use to get the smoothness? And I can kind of understand what they're saying. So I'm like, oh, cool. You just get it from everywhere. Let's take a look at this. Something along these lines, that's fine. And then we whip the old shadows in here. Because I find that so fun, like figuring out, like, it's so satisfying. Like the solvent that I'll use for like smoothing out stuff. Like on clay, let's say. Like finding it, and then when it works and you sit down and you're like, yes, this is exactly what I'm after. Then it just like unlocks another opportunity to make something or get it closer to what you want it to look like. That's the fun of it. Let's have this actually connect. Oh, so the shadow's kind of coming down, so let's just do the illusion of the like stems of the lights. I'm going to lighten this up actually a little bit and then have that kind of cross over. And then let's knock this right back, right the way back. That'll do. No, I don't know if I like that. It kind of obscures it. Yeah, something like that. That's fine. Champagne by Mr. Freeze. Dharmic, yeah, not opposed to it. Make some Indian cultured art. That'll be fun. Kali Whack, does the Filthy Autofill plugin work on Krita? It doesn't, unfortunately. No, it's a Photoshop only plugin. Oh, speaking of Mr. Freeze, I think I'm frozen on Instagram. No, I'm not. Where is my super suit? Ben, I like the plain Jane release. It makes understanding the human form, or well, 3D much easier to understand and more applicable to anything being drawn. Awesome. That's kind of what I wanted to share as well, because I was just doing that by myself with the clay. I'm like, guys, like fuck. Seeing it in actual 3D, it just helps a ton. So let's get a... Okay, I'm going a little bit too deep here, but I kind of want to get this illusion of stuff in the... like reflections and things in the window. So let's try something here. Let's go screen. And let's break it down to its like elements. So it's super light, like nothing's really... Okay, so then I go and do a huge, super bright, vibrant thing. This song gives me Frosty's vibes. Like 90s, like 60s, 50s. Just some sort of whipping some shapes in, like a reflection of, I think, some, I don't know what that is in the background. It could be the sky, could be something a little bit brighter. So we can just like put that in there. I'm not looking to get every single detail. Just looking to get some of it, you know. Too much. Erase. Good. Alright, just gives it a little bit more life. I think we can do something with the this thing here, also known as the door. Hello? Why didn't that work? Ah, because we're on delete, that's why. So yeah, I want to do some like sculpting streams. I want to do some like in the studio streams. So like when I'm airbrushing stuff, sculpting new projects, like just, again, taking everyone along for the ride of doing stuff, you know. This tree's bugging me. So let's squint our eyes, mask that out, and let's even see if we can darken this, saturate it, darken it. could do a little cheat here. It's not a cheat, but just a different way of doing things. I could duplicate this layer. Alright, and then I can decide, okay, this is the darker version, like with the shadows, maybe more saturated or something. And then I can come through, mask it out. And then add to like the tops of the leaves, you know. So kind of, we've already got the shadows there. We don't have to draw anything extra. It's just erasing bits and pieces. Which then, it's not random because we're trying to think about the light source still. The house and car drawings are not realistic enough to actually work in real life, but it just looks correct. I don't know how to say it, but just looking at them, they look like they would fit in real life. And that's just an illusion of light. Really. That's the fun of it. Like, you look at Rob Ruppel's work, it's phenomenal. Because it just works. And a lot of that is just the illusion of light and the context of all of the elements next to one another being lit correctly, or close enough to correctly. The cool thing about this way of doing it, right, is, okay, relax. We can like come over here, do it as if like the light's hitting these. And then we can come underneath here. And then we can just do some color variation using the color layer mode of the trees itself. So we can just come in and whip around, let's say, this, that, you know. Just changes it up a little bit. And then if we don't want it as harsh, right? Just do a little bit more. Then we can go the old little filter, blur, gauge blur. Gauge blur. Do that. Well, way too much. Let's get it to about that, and then mask that out. Bam. So it just adds a little bit of variance in there, and then we can even play around with this. Darken it down a little bit, bump the saturation to sort of get it to fit a little bit more in the scene. I don't know. I'm just playing at the moment now, but cool. Yeah, Sketchy Squirrel, there is one in Critter. I can't remember what it's called, but there's also one in Clip Studio that can do something similar as well to get a similar result. What's going on here? The Incredibles. When will I draw Incredibles art? Who knows? I love the style. I love the Incredibles. So it could be sooner than you think. Let's just add some of this, what would this be called? Cladding or something? I don't know. With the line tool. But I can't see anything. Why can I not see anything? There we go. Too much. Ease up. There we go, just adding a little bit of texture. Let's get some of this variation going. Just something to, you know, get it feeling a bit different than everything else instead of just like a flat kind of whatever. Alright, what I reckon I'll do is I will, what do we think? Do something to the pavement, add a little indication of that character in the front or in the foreground, to use the technical term. Get a little bit of, no. Let's do it with, because I'm on the mask layer. Get a bit of perspective. So just some of these lines, a little bit too much of the hue shifts. Maybe even multiply layer. Something, a little hard to see, but here we go. Because this is going to be in perspective. And I'll knock this right back. Just want a little indication of some of the stands, or not the stones, the pavers. Then we knock it back. Bada bing, bada boom. Now let's do this indication of the character. Rob Ruppel's art. I'm not sure if he even worked on the Incredible. He may well have done. Rachel, don't say that again. I'm under NDA, but I cannot confirm or deny. Imagine. Art Deco. I love Art Deco stuff. There is something very satisfying about that. So let's draw maybe a silhouette of the character. So leg out front. Bam. Whoa. No. Okay, so there's going to be shadows and all sorts, which will be fun. Alright, so I'm just getting the silhouette. I'm not worried about getting anything correct. It's a nice. Okay, it doesn't look quite right, but you know what are you gonna do? gonna look jank in the beginning, and sometimes jank at the end. It is what it is. This is a good little exercise on what's the word? Like getting the impression of something, even though it's way like wrong looking, like really, really wrong. Like it's just anatomically just not right. And then if we go behind her, let's get the multiply layer. And then add a silhouette. Not silhouette. You know what I'm talking about. Shadow. So some indication of shadow there maybe, and then I don't know what I'm doing with this, if I'm honest. It's too bright, but that's okay. Alright, we're getting into Noodletown here. Noodletown, USA. Look, I can noodle on that for another month of Sundays, but good little warm up. Good little warm up. Oh, there's so much I want to do. Just to fix it up. Why is that? Let's off. Bam, 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 bam. This goes there. Oh, I know what's happened. I know what's happened. Don't worry. There we go. Okay. Cool. Now let's get some drawing done. Legend Ashlyn. Script Studio Paint, Lasso Selection Fill, that's the one. Long-legged Lindsay. Oh, thank you, Thumb Guns. It was the randomest playlist. It's given a vibe, that's right. Okay, let's do some sketching. Now, I said animal, right? I said animal. What animal are we thinking? Let's do a bit of Legugolen. Jessica's Creative Life. Hello from Canada. How you doing, Jessica? Thanks for popping in. So these quokkas are wicked. I love these guys. We've got something similar here. Like in South Australia. I think it's the no, it's not a capybara. What is it? I can't remember. But these guys are freaking cool as hell. Oh, look at him. And it's just their bone structure. He's probably miserable. He could be depressed as anything right now. He's like, I hate leaves. But he can't help it. Just be absolutely adorable. So there's that, right? Maybe we do a poll. So we've got that. What's another animal? Let's try a tiger maybe? Tiger, cool. We all know what one of those look like. Or a kookaburra. We got a few of those out where I go for a walk. I saw one just sitting on a... Actually, I think I got a photo of that. Let's see if I can find the kookaburra. Probably not going to be able to find the kookaburra if I'm honest. No, it's going to be too much messing around. Or let's try Apple search. Kookaburra. I don't know how to spell it. No, we're not going to find it in time. Canadian Power. A dog? Maybe a dog, but then what kind of dog? I love the idea of like a lion. I love silverback gorillas as well. Like these, they just like are so freaking cool. I look at him, he's like, you what? He's just like sitting waiting patiently for something. I don't know what. They're just so cool. Like, look at it. How is that on Earth with us as well? Like it doesn't look real. So cool. All right, maybe we just do some quick sketches of a few of them. If he wants to actually copy it. Did that even do it? Wait, hello? Copy image. Paste image. Alright, we got old mate here. Let's have a look at a quokka. Now, I don't regularly draw animals, but let's look at him. Alright, let's try this dude and see how we can try and stylize him. Something a bit different. And then El Tigre. Yeah, close enough. Glitch got, yeah, you got sort of something similar. Alright, what's a good pose? What's a good pose? I've got a channel like Aaron Blaze. That's what I got to channel. I really like the paws here. Like how they're kind of inwards. Whoa. Let's try that one. It's not a fantastic pose though from... Oh, well, let's just try it. Let's just fail together, hey? Alright, one more animal. If I look that happy all the time, you think there's something wrong with me. Where's my... Okay. Oh, what are they called? Forest babies? No? They're like the little, like, bug-eyed looking things. Great-eared nightjar. What on earth is that? Great-eared Oh, comes first. It better not be anything naughty. Whoa. What? It's like a bloody Pokemon. How cool is that? Yeah, alright. Forest babies. Hold on. Catch you later, Devi. You have a good night. Yeah, no, it's a bush baby, I think. Bush baby. Yeah, these things. These are wicked. Look at that. So cool. Okay. So we've got some stuff to work with. Now, I forewarn you, this could end very badly. Let's go with the most human looking one. just to start with. See, what I'd probably do if I wasn't lazy, I'd go looking up other artists, like how they would stylize different animals and that kind of thing. Just to... Oh, where's my... Okay, we're back. We're back. Like how they stylize different... What am I trying to say? Animals. Oh, yeah. Bush baby looks like one of my friends. Oh, was it Andio? Catch you later, Andio. How do you prevent paper from getting wet if your hands are sweaty? A rubber glove, right? And then you cut just the fingers off. I don't know. I've never done it, but that's just an idea. Take it or leave it. Okay. So let's try some stuff. Bam. Bam. Excuse me. There we go. For some reason. Is that... Okay, that's alright. We're back. So I'm just going to be thinking in like 3D shapes because I'm really not familiar with any of the anatomy. I'll show you some Blender stuff I've been working on as well for the next YouTube video. So there's like a crease here and like bam. Bam, 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 bam. Now that's kind of like a lion's face, but that's okay. That's what the undo button's for. Alright, so this is what I'm working with. Let's see how this goes. I might want to get the expression down. Alright, so this is like a big part. Is this like upwards, or like a love heart almost? Right, even how their face is framed. Alright, then we got another 3D form on top. It's going to be like that. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know. Now all the proportions are way off now, so we got to fix that. That's fine. And we can fix the eye line and everything. Looking at us eventually. Alright, proportions way off, bodies way too small. What I can do, let us use Photoshop. Alright. Now it kind of goes in. And in, like it's kind of like, if that makes sense. Now I can imagine just from memory, like they're always on their knuckles, right? So we can maybe plant the hands as if they're like, he's on his knuckles or she. No way to tell here. And then just like bap, bap, bap. Fur everywhere. I like the thickness here, so like really thicken this out. Maybe, I don't know. So damn. What next exercises do you do? You just eat like a tree a day. Or a tree's equivalent of like leaves. Yeah, see, I can't quite see what the feet are looking like because it's kind of covered. So let's add a bit of a shadow here just to separate the forms. Yeah, this is kind of like an odd sort of angle, I guess, maybe. Sorry chat, I'll be with you momentarily. I'm just concentrating on le drawing. Alright, and at this point we can knock it back. Alright, that's the first little sketch. Maybe we do a bunch of little sketches, then we can find one that looks cool that we can kind of take a little bit further. So I want to even graphic it up a little bit more, just like really simplified shapes. Let's get this eye line. So looking at us more so. Better. Okay, yeah, and what do you want? See everything, like even with like something I'm really not used to drawing. I'm thinking about the 3D forms, right? Everything comes down to 3D forms, like the roundness of the mouth. How does that make sense, you know? Catch you later, G Noble. Yep, Ashlyn having another piece of paper underneath. Very good. Navda, I thought I'd get started fighting my art block by finally setting up my YouTube channel. Fantastic. That's awesome. Your paper can't get wet if you draw on plastic. No funnies in this chat. Definitely not. How dare you? Disney's Tarzan 3 is looking good. Chris is still here. Fantastic. Yeah, I mean, look, there's the inspiration. I love Tarzan, right? I've got, actually, speaking of, bam. How's that for timing? We open him up. This was a birthday present from a long time ago, but it's like a lithograph. I've still got to frame it. So this was exclusive commemorative lithograph. Dimensional image created by the computer illustrators at Disney Interactive. So yeah. Yeah, good. 1999. I was 6? Yeah, 6 when this came out. But yeah, I got to get this on frame for sure. I want to figure out, so this is like the other little things, right? I want to figure out how to get that shiny little foil thing on my prints as well. That's what I've got to figure out. It's just little things like that I find a lot of pleasure trying to figure all that sort of little stuff out. Ashlyn, so do I. I listen to, yeah, I still, it's like, do, 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 do. Yeah. Me too. Alright, let's have a look. So there's a lot of like fluff, like a lot of hair over this side because he's kind of pushing up almost. Like it's already big, but we could like exaggerate it a little bit just with this arm behind, pushing it up a little bit more, you know? And this brush is just the long skinny line brush you can get on Gumroad for free. Go grab it if it's something you would like. So they have ears. They get tiny little ears, don't they? So this one does. So these indications, so this is actually interesting, me figuring out like the indications of, well, I find it interesting whether you do or not, that's up to you, but just the little indications of fur. So instead of going like around to show fur, being more indicative, into just showing an indication of the fur, which again is a style. This almost reminds me of things from even like Fairly Odd Parents, or like other really simplified kind of cartoony sort of styles. So we can take a little bit of that and even utilize that, if that makes sense. Oh, we got some technical jank. See, so this is how I fixed this mouth. It wasn't looking quite right to me. So then I followed the 3-dimensional line, imagining what that sort of like muzzle, where that would be, and then where that would kind of fit in. So now that sits a little bit better on the face, you know? Now rendering this would be interesting. What does it look like? Probably not this stream, but as an experiment, I reckon that would be cool. I think I've drawn a couple of gorillas before. I can't remember. I think it was just like on the iPad, like a little sketches sort of thing. Rings a bell, but now we've got this kind of like flaring out, like bell bottom hands or arms. Now, would the foot be flat? Maybe? I don't know. I guess that makes sense. So now we're trying to like draw through and try and understand the actual, a little bit of the anatomy. But thank you, this is fun. Pushing me out of my comfort zone. Alright, let's imagine the hands kind of as even like cubes to begin with, and then you get the little bit of the pinky showing. It doesn't look quite right. Doesn't look quite right, but yeah, this needs some finessing, but I reckon I'll leave this here and we'll go on to the next as I continue to noodle. Okay. Next. Small ears, who even know? I know. Here we go. What does a gorilla look like with my ears? My style ears. It looks more monkey-esque. Or Alien. Or what's that other one? Not Star Wars, Star Trek. No, let's get in more National Geographic correct ear size. Okay, let's actually what I might do quickly is just outline him just with a color. That's what I do like about Clip Studio, is you can do this without going through this whole process of like outlining and blah blah blah. You can just whip a little line around it. Bob's your uncle. Okay. Well, cool. There we go. We can put. He's going to get some frosties, and she's going to get a bit of a fright. Cool. All right. Next, what do we think? I want to play around with this guy. Where did that come from? Or, it's a bit of a tricky angle, but we can give it a whirl. Get the whole, let's start off with the whole shape, just like with the house, right? Just like with the architecture and stuff. We got the tail in the back, like triangle kind of head. Now it's hard with stuff that I'm not familiar with to not just go too close to the reference, so I've got to like consciously not do that. So if we can imagine, even like I'm thinking through it now, like he's got like a spine here, right? So his spine will be doing something like that. There we go, his little back legs maybe. And his little hands grabbing onto stuff. They always look surprised or concerned. So do I want to do it realistic eyes or more like cartoony eyes? It's looking a little bit more like a possum here, but that's alright, we'll roll with it. Ben's only 5 years older than me. I feel old. Don't say that, Ben. I feel old. Eric, how can I rotate the brush or create a function to rotate it in Photoshop? If you already made an explanation of that, where can I find it? How can you rotate the brush? It's just here in brush settings, shape dynamics, angle jitter. So you can base it on the pen tilt, or you can do it other ways. So pen pressure or stylus wheel. So say if we do the stylus wheel, is that going to work? No, because I've got that hooked up to zoom. But you can do it in different ways. So you just go into the brush settings. It's going to be pen tilt, yeah. We had a book here in Australia. I'm not sure if it's I'm sure it is international. But what was it called? Magic Possum? Magic Possum. I think that's what it's called. This is what that's reminding me of. I think it's like Magic Possum? Book? This was like a childhood staple. Possum Magic. That's the one. Just said it backwards. This is nostalgic as fuck. That one. This is what this is. The vibe. Oh, I like the idea of the glasses. Yeah. So let's add some glasses on him. JJ, thank you. Carissa, any tips for giving animals cartoony facial features? I struggle doing so and can only draw them realistically. I would look at, honestly, Pixar, Disney, what do? They kind of like, they take their human eyes and they just stretch them. Because if I did this realistic, it'd look a little bit creepy in a way, like, which could be funny, you know, but it loses a little bit of personality. So then I just increase the iris size. Now let's play around with these hands. He's got little knobbly little fingers. This is almost like alien-esque. Yeah, what did I say? Glasses, didn't I? Yeah. So the glasses have got to be fit differently to this animal. They're not going to go like a normal human's glasses. So they kind of latch around. Right, and even though there's so much fluff and covering this, I'm thinking about the dimensionality with the spine here, how that's sort of going into the background. Whoa. He's got his tail in the background. It's a little bit messy, but that's alright. We shall move on to the next one, maybe? Just as a sketch, it's kind of fine. No sneeze, no sneeze. Spot gorilla, that's it. Why he's wearing a turtleneck sweater? Oh, okay, let's have a look. Let's new layer. Ashlyn, you're getting us off task. That's alright. He's got little some sort of sweater or jumper. can have some fun with that one, I reckon. Alright, next up. This dude. Alright, before we get into this guy, I'm going to take a quick break. The Nocturnal Hipster. I like that. The Bush Baby 10 out of 10 would shove into a locker, but in a positive way. Okay. Don't know what that means, but I'll see you momentarily. Oh, hold on. Got to do back in 5, back in 5, back in 5. I like this. I kind of almost want to take this further, the gorilla. Cool. All right. See you in a sec. Or in 5. All right. Say hello to everyone. This is my little silverback gorilla. This is Winston. He is naughty. Now I want to figure out hello, yes. Oh, it stinks. Okay. I do want to figure out how to show you around the new studio. Give me a memento. Uno memento. Scary looking cat, isn't he? He is the barky one. He's a Shih Tzu. Now I want to see how I can get, or how do we get audio in the other room? Can I do it through the phone? Let's see. iPhone. Bear with me one moment. And iPhone 2 microphone. Okay. Can you guys still hear me? Give us a thumbs up if you can still hear me in this iPhone. If so, we're going for a little joyride. Yep, bloody fantastic. All right, I'm just gonna whip it on. Yeah, hold on. So say hi to everyone. No, don't lick the microphone. No. Okay, we're going for a little stroll. Come on, off you go. Whoa! Alright. Let me take you on the grand tour of the new studio. Let's go, this way, come on. Say hi to Ollie. Now I can't actually see what I'm showing you, but this is a new setup. So we're ready to go into a lot more production, baby. So we got all of the paints, screen printing, acrylics / lacquers for airbrush, and solvents and all that sort of stuff. Airbrushing station, new airbrush, oven, and workbench and microscope that I'm borrowing from my dad. So this is sort of what I'm finishing up at the moment. Got all the bits and pieces of the, like this is all in pieces. Oh, shit. This is all in pieces, but yeah, just finishing these all off. It's in a bit of a shambles at the moment, but I want to be doing some more streams in here. We got the screen printing press, all the screens, cardboard. Then we got more boxes ready. Oh no, that's my template. More boxes ready for plain Janes, coming soon. Oh, come on. And then we've got dust extraction and this guy. This is very important to keep all the resin dust. Oh, and this one's the vacuum degasser for casting solid. So you put, like, this is a mold for like a rough version of this hand. So you put this in this thing, which is a pressure pot. So you hook that up to the compressor and then get like bubble-free castings. But then you put the silicon, before you pour the silicon, you put it in here to get all the air bubbles out. So, yeah, this is bloody, I love this shit. Oh, and this stuff is awesome. If you want to get into making some things quickly, this is what this stuff is. 2-part epoxy sculpt, and it gets really, really hard. Like super hard, so you can like sand it down and blah, blah, blah. But this takes 24 hours, right? This takes 24 hours to do, but if you whip it in the oven for like an hour, it's completely set. So that's like, saves me 23 hours. So yeah. So yeah, looking to do some more. Oh, you probably couldn't even hear that on Instagram. Idiot. Oh well. What are you gonna do? Yeah, so gonna do some streams in there, making some stuff. Winston had something very important to say. He always does. He's barking up a storm all the time. Well, air condition? Not at all. Not at all. So I got to get some air conditioning in there, but it's coming into winter here, so that's fine. Ernest, how you doing? Empty cribs, MTV cribs has returned. That's it. What mesh are the screens? So I got a bunch of different mesh sizes. So you got 330, 220, I think, and some like 60s and maybe a 180, just to give me some bit of wiggle room as I'm trying to explore it and figure it out, you know. Looks like weird gameplay. I know, right? Got an air fryer. Hope it'll do. Yeah, that might work actually, like if you're doing the epoxy sculpt. Oh yeah. I'm a professional broadcaster. I got that audio on lock. No. I always fuck it up. Yeah, 150 plus is, yeah, that's what I've found. I never use the 60s. Yep, I think I did like 330 for all the boxes and stuff, and it's just nice. It just gives me enough resolution for like burning the screens and everything. Ah, thank you so much, Ernest. That means a lot. Thanks for popping in. Maz, how you doing? So yeah, there's so many things I want to share with the whole process and everything, but I've got to like slowly just sort of feed it into the content and maybe do some like drawing and painting streams and like YouTube videos, but also like the sculpting and then melding them into one video and that kind of thing. But yeah, All right. So I've got to head off in a little bit. I've got to go get some different clay. Because the clay that I've got at the moment is this stuff. Which is sick. I love it. It's alien clay. I mean, this is hard as anything. Right? And it's just like basically solid clay. But you've got a little bit of an armature in there. But like a lot of it is just like really solid. It gets really hard. So it's really hard to work with. Just to get some quick ideas down, I've got to like heat it up. So I might get the same thing, which is alien clay. This is hard. I'm going to try medium to see if I can still keep some of the details, but have it a little bit more workable. And then if I want to get into like real fine details, then I might make a mold, cast it, because you can even cast this stuff. I might even cast it in the hard clay and then finish it off and do all the details and stuff like that. But just for quick iterations of things, I'm gonna go and get some of that stuff today. Twain the solid clay. Twain the solid clay Johnson, that's it. Alright. Quacka. So this is what I see. This is the base of everything I'm drawing. So this guy reminds me. Has anyone watched Madagascar? But the series? Like, I haven't sat and watched it, but just some of the clips that I see, the writing in that is phenomenal. It is so funny. Mort, that's it. Hello, Mort. Come on. Fuck, it's so funny. Alright, let's see. Let's start with the... This is actually going to be challenging, I think. How do we... I mean, it's all been bloody challenging. But how do we get this guy feeling? It's tricky with these fluffy guys because you don't know where their like limbs start and end. Well, you know where they end, but I want to like push all of his features. So if we look at this as like a pie chart, or not a pie chart, but like a ratio, like all of his features are concentrated like all up here. So I want to push that up more. So let's see if we can like keep all his features within here. Holy crap, King Julian. Yes, it is me. Getting the modified cylinder for the head there is critical to getting the foreshortening right. Yep. Agreed. Ah, Theodore from Alvin and the Chipmunks. Yep, good. Why was that so good? Excuse me, maybe I've practiced it a little bit around the house. Maybe I haven't. We'll never know. Hands look like PNGs over his waist. You talking about transparent images? Just a couple of PNGs. Like with the grid. No, this isn't correct. Yeah, I do enjoy a good impression. Now the eyes are going to be a tricky one Because if we just do them all black, they're going to look like he's dead. So we're going to find the dimension here. What we might want to do, so he's looking at us. Big, like big iris. I looked away, that cockroach is so cute. He's awesome, right? He's so buddy. He's just so smiling. He's got his little teeth and he's like, hey. Oh yeah, he's like super angry. He's just like, I am the quokka. Give me more food. That looks like the like No Fear. Was it No Fear? Like that logo? So what direction does this little dude's nose go in? I think maybe this is really cool. Thank you for the push to try this, because it's a challenge, but it's something that I wouldn't have done otherwise, I don't think. Now we need more of this side of the head, coming up to like a point. Bigger ears maybe? Nah, not bigger ears. He's got really big, like, cheeks almost, like he's smiling. That's the illusion there. Kind of looks chipmunk-esque. Yes, good call, Ashlyn. This kind of deal underneath the eyes. Yep, very, very good call. Now, what if we did like really, really big? With just like super gloss. Nah, I don't like that. This is where we knock it back, because I'm getting lost in with all my searching lines. I just drew the Jason Voorhees version of Chubbs. Nice. Best one so far in my opinion. It does have character. It's a hamster from Bolt. Oh, I can't think of what that one is. So we want to get that leading line of the nose. got his little... got his little nose there. Make him evil. I think that's the thing. You got to like juxtapose it somehow. So maybe he is evil, but he's just like, this is how he tricks everyone. So you got like a little bit of like an under chin sort of thing here. Let's try. He's a little bit too fluffy feeling, I think. Let's knock that back just a tad. Let's rein in the fluffiness. Don't want to get too overboard. Give him a small knife. Have you seen the movie Bad Guys by DreamWorks? I don't think so. Make the next animal bound and gagged by him. Yeah, there's something going on in the background here. There's like one of his friends like tied up. Like help. He's like, oh shit. Oh god. If we want to make him look nuts, what we'd do is we would take the eyes. Make it a little larger. But then have the eyes just a little bit smaller. Like creepy as. And he's just like some like crazy looking dude, but now we'll go back to what I was doing before. It's almost like how Puss in Boots goes like the full cat mode. Like the cute big-eyed cat. I wonder if this is like a YouTube video. It's like how to draw the portrait while learning like a full like realistic portrait, like some fine art thing, using the principles of this quokka. Because it's all the same shit, really. Yeah, this would need a bit more work because it's not quite giving me the vibes I wanted it to, but it's just alright, it's a start. Minecraft hands. She's got like a box cutter. I want him to be looking at us. It's a little bit off, nudge it just a little bit this way. Yeah, that'll be fine. This is not what I thought I was going to be drawing today. But here we are. Wait, it looks way too intelligent. Building that PC with a dedicated graphic card yet? No. Value, babe. All I had to do was close fucking Pinterest and everything's working fine. It's working great. There's a question up here I'm trying to find. Aryangi Putra, is there any difference between drawing animal's face and human's face? A lot of differences, but the principles are kind of the same, which is finding the 3D forms and like, how would I say, like grouping the shapes. Like this eye isn't quite right because it doesn't fit but it's a cartoon, right? So it's like whatever. But finding where and when to group these shapes. So I'm thinking about this whole sort of muzzle shape the same, just like I would think about maybe like the muzzle of the human's face. So it would come here Think about the nose, right? Thinking about the center line. And he's got the same, like really like smile. But it's very similar to what I'd be thinking about with like a human's face, right? Grouping everything. And that's where you get this like illusion of three-dimensionality without being explicit with like every single line and like doing all the, this is all the dimensions of the face and blah, blah, blah. It's just like, you're just indicating it. Everything has to kind of talk to one another and kind of shake hands and make sense and like, yep, we agree. The most Darrow of all weapons. The box cutter. So I'm just refining, trying to get something that I saw here was this kind of shape with the eyes. Kind of cuts them off a little bit, so there's just a little bit of that going on here. Cool. All right, there's a quokka-ish, kind of. So we've done this little bush baby, the quokka, and le gorilla. He looks way too intelligent. Yeah. He's got a PhD in slicing you open. Again, maybe he has glasses. Nah. For most animals, it's the chin shape and nose shape. Yeah, I'd just with this little play around, I'd agree. Like all this. Because the eyes you can get pretty similar. Like they're kind of a similar-ish vibe that I've got. Like they could be in the same universe, you know? Like maybe this guy is his kind of side, like, all right, idea. Let's get rid of this right here. Let's just whip a background on old mate Quacky. What should the quokka's name be? Reggie. And he's like full, like British gangster. So alright mate, but like old school, like 50s. Let's like copy him. That's a big quokka, but he's like down here. Let's like darken the outline a bit. It's like, welcome to Frosties, mate. Yeah, all we ask is that you behave, have some manners. There you go. Yeah. Saving this one. What do we call it? Animal Studies 1. How? Steve. Make blood drip. He's not done anything yet. And that's scarier. Ben's personal assistant. The Chaos Quokka. He's chosen violence. He's had enough of your games. He's a very enthusiastic med student who wants to become a surgeon. Oh yeah, the Quokka's the boss. Yeah. It seems like Bernard, the Cockney Quokka. Reggie Chuck with a bow tie, mixter. He's a gentleman. So yeah, we dress right around here. Yeah, we're gentlemen. Yep. He's got like a full, like real deep voice. He's like, all right. I can imagine him like doing like a little presentation, like with the fuck around and find out meme. He's like, here's a chart, right? You are here. You fuck around, you're gonna find out, right? You come here, this is where I step in. That'd be great. It looks like Gorilla Shadow Quokka. On that note, I reckon we'll leave it. New Guy Ritchie film, I like it. You ain't from around here, are you? Yeah, sketchy, nice one. Catch you later, Thumb Guns. Gloves to not show his paw prints. I like it. They're like built in. So that's it. Like it looks like he's got gloves on anyway. Quokka. Fuck, Ashlyn. Just as a note for future reference. Oh shit. That's perfect. It's quite simple. Gonna quack around. Gonna find out. Quack around. That's fantastic. Beautiful. Lock, stock, and two smoking hamsters. Ah, the gorilla's the Quokka's daughter. Perfect. Voiced by Jason Statham. Yep, I love it. Right, this is my daughter Betsy. Betsy, say hello. So, that's fucking great. I love it. Yep, we might play with this in future streams. Yeah. Yeah, I like it. I like it. Not entirely sure I want to imagine how. Maybe it's his adopted daughter. Let's say adopted daughter. Yep. You mean Pearl? Yes. The mob boss from Zootopia. Yeah. All right. With that was a great end. Now, look, I had fun with this one. Thank you again for allowing me to experiment, to play, to have a chat. And look, got to do some quick plugs before we head off so I can keep doing this thing, you know. BenEblin.com. I want to find a better way to fit in. Maybe this is my mascot for doing the plugs. Maybe he's my new mascot, like Frank is. Or he's just like he's just like in the stable of characters. It's like, alright, you don't want to be a fool, do you? BenEblin.com, or else I'm going to unzip you. Anyway, I got a tutorial. Honey. That doesn't sound right. But happy Mother's Day to your mum, honey. Just that as a sentence sounds odd, but happy Mother's Day. Plugging me like the filthy plug. Very good, Ashlyn. Ishan. No, Ishan. I gotta draw the line there. But yeah, look, I got a tutorial. If you like this stylized stuff, there's not as much quokka talk and funsies as this, but we go into depth into drawing this guy and rendering this guy. You get 8 hours, 10 full chapters of video content for you. Yes, I'm fine with the cookies. You also get some 3D models. Also, I'm going to show you what I'm working on with Blender. So you get some 3D models, and you get a 40-page PDF field guide, because I like reading just as much as I like watching stuff to learn. So it sort of goes along hand in hand, the tutorial with this. So go check that out. I've also got art drops happening. So last art drop, we had Plain Janes shipping out all across the world. We didn't have one Australian. They were all from all over the place. From bloody America, Canada, to Slovenia, I think. To Brazil, like all over. It was nuts. So, I'm doing art drops. Soon there's going to be prints. There's also going to be more sculpts. So if you want to get your hands on an original piece of thing, some call it art from me, there is an early access list that you can get at this link right here. If I've got a moment. And what a time to get some country music going, hey? Jesus, what was that? Instagram's fucking... No, not the image link. I'm just going to copy the link. No quokka talk. That's what I've got to add to the next one. So you guys can get on the early access list, because 99% of these guys, these Plain Janes, they sold out 99% of them on the early access. There was only a couple left for the general public. So get on that list if you do want to be notified and get anywhere from an hour to 3 hours head start, depending on the drop. Also been working on this one, just as a little aside. So this is the next YouTube video. So I'm going to explain, or try and explain, how I use a skull. So this is a realistic version. Alright, get the basic shapes of this, and then how to stylize it. How I'd stylize the skull underneath your characters and push and pull and that kind of thing. So this is where I'm at with that at the moment. But yeah, I've been having some fun with Blender, so I might do some streams on that soon as well. What else? Filthy plugin. What we use today. A lot. Particularly with this little study here. So you can go shabam. Oh, come on, Photoshop, work with me here. So you can go bam, boom, shabang. And then you can also go different hue shifts. You can go crazy with it. Bam, 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 bam. And if you want to do luminance lock, you want to keep it all within the same. Right, we'll go black and white with everything. We'll make a shape. Right, look at that. Just looks like one value, doesn't it? Just all one value here. Well, you know what? Bam, you're wrong. Look at that. So that's a really, really useful thing when you're sort of wanting to do a bit of color variation on a particular value range, right? So, filthy plugin. Again, beneblin.com. You can get that. No, that's bloody Bush Baby. Where are we at? beneblin.com. No, that's not beneblin. Beneblin. Fucking hell. Auto select plugin. There you go. beneblin.com. That's where you get all the stuff. Also, podcast. I do a podcast with Francis. Francis Lee, talking about content, talking about the business of this sort of stuff. How do you make a business out of that? That's what I'm trying to figure out in the process of doing it. So we talk about all this kind of stuff, all the real numbers, all the trials, the tribulations, the good stuff, the bad stuff. So if you like that kind of thing, you can go to the podcast, Make Now, Think Later, again, through beneblin.com. There's that handsome devil right there. And also for those that have got the filthy plugin, some updates coming very soon. Francis is coming over tomorrow. We're going to hopefully hash out a lot of the issues because we've identified them, and there's going to be an update soon, which will be cool, and maybe even some different features. We shall see. And with that, plugs are over. Ben just got caught in 4K. That was Instagram. I have no power over what the feed shows me. That was not. I don't know what that was. Frank has a pet quokka. Oh, there we go. I like that. I like that. All right, just catching up with chat. Would not get again for real though. I would love to get your tutorial soon. I appreciate it, Sketchy Gatto. Sebastian. Ishan, you cheeky bugger. Nah, Sebastian, I couldn't tell you exactly like exact numbers getting used to a drawing tablet. I just don't like. There's a little bit of a learning curve, but not for me. It wasn't too crazy. It was just maybe like a week or two just to get it into your muscle memory, like looking straight and then drawing and then. But that was just me. Cupcake or GFA? I've got no idea what GFA is, so I'm going to go with cupcake. Thank you for popping in, Sketchy. Cuckoo, will you be streaming on Thursday? No, but don't leave. Don't you leave. I mean, you can leave if you want. I'm not your dad. But we've got... I'm going to be talking to the one, the only Patrick Jones tomorrow, 4 p.m. PST. All right, we're going to be live streaming, so if you have any questions in context of our conversation with Patrick, you just check out his artwork. Actually, it's a bit risque, so I don't know how. Let's find some non-risque stuff. Was risque for bloody... Here we go. Like this stuff. He's a teacher himself. Like, he's phenomenal. Like, you probably know his stuff. I don't need to introduce him to you, but if I do, then here you go. It's amazing. So, going to be on his podcast tomorrow, 4 p.m. PST. Come check it out. What was that? Audio disconnected. Oh, thank you. All right, and that's it, I reckon. Ben, the chaser of aha moments. That's exactly right. Glitch. All right. Will the stream be on your channel? No, it will be on his channel. I'll throw it in my stories before we go live. I'll throw it in there today and right before we go live tomorrow. So no, it won't be on my channel, Ishan. It'll be on Patrick Jones's channel, which I'll whip a link in here. Good call. Bam. All right. With that, I will see you same time next week, hey, or tomorrow if you want to come past and have a chat. Same time next week for this kind of stream, 10:30 a.m. Australian Central Standard Time, which is around 4 p.m. PST, I believe, 4 to 5 p.m. PST. And yeah, going to be experimenting with more streams. So yeah, just follow us on all the stuff to keep notified. I'll be throwing it in my stories and in YouTube community posts and all that good stuff. So yeah, Ben, you better do more lives during the week. I'm going to try. And a possible preview. What am I previewing, Ashlyn? Not sure what I'm previewing. Maybe I'll just say, yeah, okay, I'll preview it. Don't know what I'm previewing, but we'll see. All right, I've got to bounce. I've got to get that clay. All right. Toodaloo to you. Where's my end stream button? There it is. All right. Catch ya.